Hi friends, welcome to another video. This one is so exciting because Onyx Storm comes out today and I have literally been waiting for it since Iron Flame came out, read it super fast, and then have been waiting ever since that cliffhanger ending. But I was at work all day. I pre-ordered this book in July and I was at work and I got the notification that the book shipped this morning and that I could expect it. I live like right next to a huge Amazon facility. So I got this notification that it shipped and that it was gonna come between 5 and 9. Now I'm home, it is currently 5 and it just updated to 6:30 to 9:30. So I am so upset. I'm getting so impatient and I'm just seeing everybody with their copies of it and I'm like, why does this always happen to me? And to be fair, I only ordered it off of Amazon because I had a gift card for my birthday, and so I ordered the book right after my birthday with the gift card. Otherwise, I am so sick of Amazon and I would usually not order from them because I'm just getting so tired of them. And this is exactly why. I got the special edition, pre-ordered it back in July, and I have no idea when it is gonna come today. And then my husband, to make matters worse, was like, it's probably not gonna come today. So now we're in this waiting game and I am just so hopeful that it is in my hands today. But I made a plan with my best friend. We are not reading it today, unfortunately. I am gonna go over to her house on Saturday and we're just gonna read all day. I'm super excited. It's gonna be hard because I also haven't seen her in like a month or two. I don't even remember the last time that I saw her. So it'll be hard to just read and not talk to her. But I'm very, very, very excited to just hang out and read and vlog the whole thing and then our reactions and talk about them live with her. I can't wait. So that's all coming up. I just have to get the book. Literally why I'm getting so upset. It just updated again. I have bad news. Yesterday was the release day for Onyx Storm. My copy did not come in and I got an update that it was gonna come in by 10, never came. This morning I check it again, I got a new email saying that it was shipped, all this stuff. Check it again and it says processing at a mail carrier facility, whatever. And this was at 7 a.m. At 11, I get a message that it is out for delivery again, and this is exactly what happened yesterday. And now it says arriving between 3:30 to 5:30. It is currently 4:10. So we will see if it comes in today.
A few moments later.
Guys, I'm so excited. It just got dropped off. There it is. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Oh, the sprayed edges and everything. I finally have a book that has the dragons on the edges. Oh, I'm so excited. The cover is beautiful. And of course, ordering with Amazon, you never know if it's gonna be in good condition. So it also looks perfect, which is so exciting since it came a day late. But it's here. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Okay friends, today's the day. It is Saturday and I'm in the car headed over to Lily's. I cannot wait to finally read Onyx Storm. Guys, I made it. This is Lily. Tess is behind her. Yay. We're so excited for our readathon and look at what Lily did. Always the cutest. A binge read. Oh, they're so cute.
So these are all the same. So it doesn't matter which one you get, but then we each have something a little different.
Lily, you are the queen of posting. These are all Fourth Wing stickers. Okay, well, this is more difficult than we thought it would be. Currently almost to 200 pages and it's 4 p.m. So it's not going as well as we thought. We had more faith in ourselves, but so far it's really good, other than not knowing names of people. Like, I am blanking on who these people are, and I feel like there's been a lot of random names and new people that I just don't care about. Same thing with Iron Flame. Like, I just don't want to get invested in these people. But I love Xaden as normal. There's just a scene that I was obsessed with, and I literally said out loud, I think he might be one of my favorite book boyfriends, because he's so just, I just love him. I don't want to say any spoilers, but so far so good. We're gonna keep going. Might get coffee because we're getting a little sleepy, but we'll see what happens. Day 2, we made so much progress yesterday. I left off page 375, chapter 45, and it is getting crazy. I'm very nervous to only have like 100 pages left, like just over 100, because I know it's just gonna get worse, and any semblance of everything feeling good or comfortable or safe is about to end. So I'm very nervous, and I keep seeing that everyone is crushed over the end of this book, and so we have some speculations, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm really nervous. Things are not looking good, so we'll see. Oh, I was like, I don't remember where I left off, but now I do. You know what we never talked about? They had Halden, or whatever his name is, in a basket.
I know. And then I think Zayd made the comment
It's like, get in your basket. That killed me. Just imagining that. Well, I'm really scared for the end of this book. I'm so scared. I'm almost done, you guys. Like, literally so close. Oh, I'm done. I thought I still had more of me. I'm literally shaking. What page are you on?
524.
Oh man. You guys, I cannot believe that I finished this book. It has been a couple days now. I finished it Sunday. It is Tuesday now, and I am honestly still reeling from the end of this book. Honestly, this one is my favorite in the series, and I have the dragon sprayed edges, but the writing was so much better, and I felt like when I read Iron Flame, the grammar was off, and it was honestly so hard to get into it and like stay invested, because I just felt like there would be grammar mistakes or like things just didn't feel right, and I was like, I just cannot get invested into this book. But this one did not have that, so I will say kudos to the editors and publishers, because this one did not have that. But I will say this was almost a 5-star read, but it is 4 stars, because the beginning, it has a really slow start, which I feel like is kind of common in all of, like, in her last 2 books. Fourth Wing had a very like throw you in start, but Iron Flame and Onyx Storm had a And we're back. They are finally done vacuuming. But as I was saying, this book was almost a 5-star read. The only reason I think it's a 4-star is because it had a very slow beginning, and I love her plots. Like, the way that she writes the plot of her novels is really good, because it's like everything always goes wrong, and like the plot is just so fast moving and there's so much that's happening. But I don't think characters are her strength, because there's just too many characters, and I feel like something happens with a character and then it honestly doesn't really mean that much. So it's kind of hard because there's so many characters to keep track of. And in this book, I mean, the second one was pretty bad because you had all these students that were coming and a lot of them died anyway. So it was like you would hear a name and then they would die or something would happen to them. And it's like, I don't even know who that is. This one gets so much more political, and there's so much more going on with the government and the politics of the war college and honestly their school. But with that, apparently there's also like queens and different like dukes of other lands, which for some reason I had no memory of from the other books, which is probably just a me problem. But it felt like this one had so much more world building when it came to everything like around them. And I actually did look at the map to figure out like, where are these people? Usually, I'm just gonna confess, I'm not a fantasy girly that reads the maps. Like, I rarely look at them. I never know where anything is. And I'm fine with that. I am not a geographical person. Like, I don't need to know where this stuff is. We can just go there. But in this one, it was actually helpful for figuring out that the queen is like queen of this place and the king is king of this place and all of that stuff. That was really helpful, but I did feel like there were way too many characters and there's too much going on where it's hard to keep track of them. It's also hard to know who they are. So that was really hard. Like, I basically know the main characters and that's kind of it. So that was a challenge to this one, and that kind of pulls you out too, because you're like, who is that person? Do they matter? Do I know who they are? And so the slow start and the multiple characters are the reason that it's not a full 5-star read. But I would say like 200 pages in, then you just get invested. And it was like, I have to know what's gonna happen next. We had so many guesses as we were reading, and it was really fun to like stop and talk about what we were reading and like joke about it and all those things. And then the end, I am crushed. Honestly, like, maybe this is a little bit of a spoiler, so watch out. But Xaden and Violet in the first book, glorious. Enemies to lovers, always love that. Second book, so frustrating because basically they're just fighting the whole time, because it's like, oh, he keeps secrets, and oh, she doesn't want him to keep secrets, but she's also doing so many chaotic things that he's like, what are you doing? So the second book, they're just fighting, and then Xaden is like gone for most of the time because he's stationed somewhere. This book, they're finally like together and everything is good, and I actually loved Xaden a lot more in this book. I loved their relationship a lot more, and it was just so precious and cute, and I honestly was loving it. But it made the ending so much more like crushing, and I am just in shock, honestly. Like, when I finished reading this book, I couldn't even process what had just happened, and now we have to wait so long. Like, I am a little bummed that I read this in an entire weekend, because I'm like, now I have to wait, and the wait is gonna be torture. I will say, when we were like halfway through, I had a speculation. I was like, I think this is gonna happen. It did happen, not in the way at all that I wanted it to happen. It did happen, but I was like, are you kidding me? And another thing that I loved about this was I feel like the characters that are the main characters are finally like getting into developing, and like the author is writing more of a personality for them, I feel like. So Rydok in this book was hilarious. Like every time he talked, we would just laughed out loud because he was so funny. And the way that they like tease each other and they joke about how they don't have any boundaries because they all are always together, I loved that. Like I love that they're becoming this little group that does everything together, and I loved that. Like that made this book so much better because it was so funny, and it was just so nice to have this like friend group that is doing things together. Honestly, I just wish that I was a dragon rider, because all the stuff about them like flying and the details about going into battle and all those things were just so cool. Like imagining that was so fun. These books are such a wild ride, but they are so much fun, even though the ending, like I was so hopeful for better, and I had to check Goodreads after this one because I was like, how many books are there gonna be in this series? And there's gonna be 5. So this is book 3. We have 2 more to go. I don't even know what's gonna happen. I am terrified that someone's gonna die or all of them are gonna die, and I just don't know. And I honestly think that when all of the books come out, I might actually just do like a full read through of the entire series, because currently it's torture waiting for the next book. It would be fun to just sit and be able to read all 5 of them. So I cannot wait for that day. Overall though, this was so much fun. I had a good time, 4 stars, and I cannot wait for the next one. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have read Onyx Storm or you're planning on reading it, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to know. And thank you guys for watching. Happy reading!